is up, everybody? It's your boy Travis, aka Matsu here. Today, I am going to be going over the most recent article from UVS Games, more specifically, the designers of our card game, of our fantastic card game that we all know and love. And they have recently put out an article, at time of recording, that shows some of the decks that they have been working with the new Girl Power set. So I thought it would be a very cool idea to kind of go over these, just kind of discuss them, and just kind of get them out into the community, because, you know, these designers do a lot for our game. They make sure things run smoothly, and putting a spotlight on some of the things they've been working on is the least I can do to give them some more appreciation for what they do. Yeah, make sure you guys go like, comment, share, subscribe, check out my Twitch, check out the Patreon where I do coaching at the $10 level for a multitude of card games, not just universes. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, the first thing that we have is Tim Free's Void Woman aggro deck, which I will also be swapping to these decks after I read the description for them. So this woman deck presents a fun and quick-paced aggressive deck. Woman's signature Rupture Driver gets you back resources needed to push big damage through. Having the Nomu trait lets woman play more power, more easy, allowing us to go a little more heavy on 5 difficulty attacks. You get a huge advantage from the Midoriya 4 punch package, drawing cards with Rejuvenating Smash and pushing a long, deep kill string with repeated 100% smash. Finally, cards like Button Collector let us keep fueling our attack turn. Feel free to poke every turn just to test the waters, but you will definitely want to try to be prepared to play 3 or more attacks for your final push for victory. Then a picture of Button Collector, and I will just quickly pull up the list because I have this one. Which one? It should be the first one. Alright, so here is Tim Free's Void Woman list. As we can see, there's some, like he said, Button Collector, some Ultra Regens, very strong card, pretty typical Zero Diff lineup, 4 Botons for saving Bakugo. I like Master of Ice. Master of Ice is cool. Card that doesn't get very much love. I also, More Power is also extremely cool in this deck, so. Oh, and we're a Tatsu Thrashing deck. That's awesome. Yeah, this deck is so cool. Big shoutouts to Tim for making such a sweet deck, and if you guys want to steal this, I will make sure that the link is down in the description below. On to the next one. We've got Earth Kinoko combo by Jeremy Ray. So, my favorite deck from Girl Power is the Fungus Queen herself, Kinoko Komori, leveraging a ton of card advantage from cards like Battle Aura Release and Fearsome Transformations to try and keep up continued pressure and scale up her mushroom counters at a quick and steady rate. The deck needs time to reach its full power, so I play a suite of defensive tools and tricks. From hand, we rely on cards like Face Shield and Referee Jury to catch our opponents off guard. On the board, we have cards like Incredible Display and several speed reduction options to stretch our blocking options as far as we can. Once there are enough mushrooms in play, the offense solves itself, making every attack a big damage threat and turning Split Gill Lung Strike into a game-ending bomb. The deck runs 4 Shroom Shooters as my favorite combo piece, and if I can try to have one in every opening build, it quickly helps ramp up the mushroom count, while setting up some big plays during the game. Rereading key tools like Incredible Display, Fungus Among Us, and even Komori yourself when the time is right, it creates some powerful playlines, and additional copies support an excellent 1 high block, so even extras don't feel too bad. Obviously a picture of Battle Aura, and then I believe this is Jeremy Ray's. So it is on Earth. We're playing kind of what you would expect. We've actually seen Hiroshima's assistance in both of these decks, which is kind of an interesting one because it is really good against like face shield half blocks, especially if your character or deck kind of cares about the stuff that's in your card pool. And as you can see, the last 2 decks we've had Repeated Smash and now Falling Skies, which both care about your attacks being face up in your card pool So having the answer in Kirishima's assistance to those is pretty good. Fungus Among Us is an amazing speed hate card, especially in this character. We've got Flustered to draw cards because we've got a bunch of charges. Rapid Punch is very good. Battle Aura, Falling Skies, Swing is a charge. And then the 4 Shroom Shooters and 3 Juries. So yeah, cool, very cool looking deck. This is something I might actually have to try out myself, so big shout outs to J-Ray for that one. On to the next deck. We've got Evil Lady Nagant combo by Clint Badger. Okay, so keep the momentum flowing to dictate the pace of the game with this tempo deck. Lady Nagant aims to keep her opponents on the defensive with a series of attacks, utilizing Echo and Lady Nagant's form ability to keep her card pool face down for Grape, Pinky combo, Moneta Bounce, and Borrowed Goods to keep their combo abilities alive. This deck makes great use of the Foundation showing off, especially with Lady Nagant's form. Did you know that 3 is greater than the sum of 0 times 2? That's very true, and also a very cool interaction that I think a lot of people aren't thinking about. It basically says that you get to do both of Nagant's abilities. You don't have to choose between clearing it and drawing a card, just because this just says it doesn't count towards progressive, which is awesome. So let's get right into the deck. For Life of Danger, as our only 0 diff, which is probably fine. For Hiding in Plain Sight, we love that. We need the momentum gain with all these Echo moves we're playing. Yeah, we're on 4 Double Fists, 3 Grape Pinky, 3 Tetra Terror, 4 Sniping Spy, Finger Daggers, and Chronostasis Trigger. And then we're playing 1 Ichigaki, 1 Airy, 2 Barrier Shield, 1 Showdown. And then, oh, it also has a full side deck. That's cool. Acceptable or adaptable anatomies, Chronostasis Trigger, Team Doctors, and Barrier Shields, and more Showdowns. So basically just more defensive options that you can bring in. I do love the Excited for Bloods. This is one of my favorite cards in the game. Just a lot of forced momentum. Yeah, very cool deck. Really like this one, and I'm looking forward to tinkering with this one myself as well. On to the next deck. We've got Life Ibarra Aggro by Barrett Bryant. Very, very excited to see this one. Ibarra Shiozaki gets a huge glow up, or should I say, grow up. Low attacks are coming back in full force with Black Abyss. This incredibly strong ally attack is the ideal target to send to our momentum from the discard pile with Friend of Animals, or even sending it to our momentum from the card pool with Piercing Thorn Lances. With extra damage pump from Training Weights plus Defiant Stance, the life symbol is sure to be a contender in this format, while also having players rethink their low block count. Okay. Alright, that's very interesting. I love the take that we did on this. Alright, so this is the Shiozaki deck. Yeah, where it's just a lot of 4-ofs. Holy, so many 4-ofs. We're on 4 Steadfast, 4 Fruit Tart, 4 Defiant Stance, 4 Keikos, 4 Number 10s, 4 Friend of Animals, 4 New Trainings. The 3 Incredible Display, arguably one of the best cards in the format. Should be in every deck on Symbol, at the least a 2 of. And then we've got Electromagnetic Stomps with Piercing Thorn Lances and Black Abyss. Piercing Thorn putting Electromag Stomp or Black Abyss into our momentum, and then Mag Stomp readying Training Weights. Awesome. And then we've got some Dark Terminant Looms just so we can pick up more attacks. Yeah, this deck is sweet. This deck is very hype, actually. I love this deck. Huge shoutouts to that deck for sure. Last, but almost certainly not least, we have Evil Shigaraki 3 Control by Will Howard. So you just cracked open your boxes of Girl Power, and you want to really utilize these awesome new cards. What if I told you that we didn't have to look at Girl Power for our character to play in this format? What if I told you that a certain white-haired villain has been here all this time and that he is ready to use some new toys? I know, big shocker that I, William Howard, aka Crossfade, is recommending Shigaraki 3 to everyone. I know you may be thinking, but Will, Shigaraki didn't get a ton of new cards this set, and to that I say, no way. Shigaraki struggles with hyper-aggression, but he can also struggle with cracking giant board states. May I now show you Exhibit A, Decay Awakened. Yep, Decay Awakened is fantastic at cracking a board for sure. We finally have a Mass Destroy ability back in the format in the form of Decay Awakened. This card lets you look at these crazy walls your opponents build up and just tear them down to the ground. Being that you are Shigaraki, you get to hurt their initial build turn if they check poorly, so the downside isn't as bad when we have our character response. On top of this amazing action, we also have some new foundations and attacks at our disposal. Blue Flame Eruption acts as an extra filter and is another cheap low zone attack to play after our other numerous low attacks. I personally always struggled a bit when looking for a low block attack for Shigaraki, and now I think that slot has an easy inclusion with this new attack. Not only do we get some new powerful attacks and actions, there are a number of foundations we can really benefit from in this deck. Condescending Explanation is the In the Typhoon replacement we have been looking for since that card rotated. We get rid of any card pool abilities the card might have, don't have to clear the card from their card pool, and we don't have to open ourselves up to counterplay like we do with Invincible Body or the +4 block bond. Fighting for Control is also another great inclusion to the deck. This can be the card that lets us live turn 2 because it is unconditional -2 to a check for an attack. We've always had In Control, but that only messed with throws previously. Now we can use our new foundation for any attack they throw at us. And then I'm just gonna skip this next line because Will has already said that this is not correct. I know I am a permanent stand for Shigaraki 3 on any of his symbols, but I truly believe he is one of the top contenders for this game currently. He rewards you on your decision making and features some of the most interactive gameplay, in my opinion. As you open your packs and sleeve up your decks, consider giving him a try with your new cards available and see if you can grind your opponents down to dust. I get it, because it's Shigaraki. Very funny. Onto the list. This is, yeah, it looks like a pretty standard Shigaraki list. We're playing all the good ones on the evil symbol, 3 twisty surroundings. The only new cards we're playing are Blue Flame Eruption and these two. And then also, I imagine, we're also playing Decay Awakened. So that is another thing. And then we've got some more answer stuff in the sideboard. Very, very cool. Just a very kind of 1-for-1 your opponent into oblivion, outvalue them, and then eventually you'll dunk on them with a giant true 100% because you can blue flame into true 100%. Just pass it for free, give it a million speed, million damage, and then they die. But yeah, this has been an absolutely amazing article. I'm glad to kind of glean some information on what our playtesters are thinking about when they're building decks, because that 100% will go into not only their playtesting decisions, but also their design decisions as well. So just awesome article. Cannot thank UVS Games enough for putting this one out, and also huge shout outs to the designers who made these decks and kind of went out of their way to write their articles. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys, yet again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Go check out the Patreon where I do coaching at the $10 level for multiple card games. And yeah, without further ado, this has been Travis, aka Matsu, signing out. Stay classy, everybody.
What is up, Matsu Nation? Thank you for watching till the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. And check out all my socials and my Patreon. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and sayonara.